Welcome to the Epic Florida Podcast.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Epic Florida Podcast. Phil's trying to put me off because I just did it to him before, but never mind. But yeah, we're just going to give you a quick roundup for this one. It's not going to be a full 45-minute episode or something. It's just going to be a quick roundup of local news because a lot of stuff has actually happened in the last couple of weeks since we recorded. So with that, I am here again with my wonderful co-host Phil.
Hi all.
He's trying to mess me up today. He's trying to really mess me up. But yeah, we're here. We're back together. We're not recorded for a few weeks, guys, because we actually have been away. I've been away anyway, and we've done other things. So we thought we'd get together and give you a bit of an update of what's going on in the world that is Florida. So, so we'll start off with a bit of quick news that Governor DeSantis, is that his name? Oh, Halloween. Yeah, it's coming up to Halloween, but we might have another show out before then yet. So don't hold your horses, dude. Hold your horses.
I'm not saying Halloween. This is the month when we should have had Halloween Horror Nights. Depends if it comes out in October, but you know what I mean.
Well, to be honest, this show should have been recorded live in Florida. We know that, but it's not happened because of that guy. If you're watching, it's fine. If you're not watching, I've just put a bottle of Corona up. What can we do? We can't really do nothing. We can't get there, so we're doing it this way. So what I'll do with the first bit of news is Governor. What?
I'm just laughing how big you are and how small I am.
I know I can't do that. My green screen's not big enough. But never mind. It's we'll figure something out. I'll do it, but I might zoom in on you a little bit to make it bigger.
Don't worry about it, mate. I think it looks brilliant.
So what I'll do is we'll go to gallery view. So first bit of news we've got is Governor DeSantis. Is that his name?
I believe DeSantis.
That's it. He has officially announced that Florida is going into phase 3 of the coronavirus phases, if that's what they're calling it. So if you don't understand what phase 3 is, which some people in the UK won't, they've got a completely different system to what the UK has got. But what it actually means is that restaurants and nightclubs and bars with more than 50% of the sales from alcohol can now operate at full capacity. So really, the economy is opening up, which opens up a lot of other things, which also brings up restaurants in Disney, restaurants in Universal, your bars in Universal, your bars at Tampa Bay. So, in other words, it means that everywhere's starting to reopen up to.
It's also giving the areas the option if they want to get rid of the mask now as well, aren't they?
I have heard that one, but I haven't actually seen.
It has to be done by. I know Florida's a massive state, but different areas of Florida have to vote that part in themselves, I believe.
Yeah, like it's some of the highlights. I've just got the highlights up at the moment. What it's saying, employees can resume non-essential travel and adhere to CDC guidelines regarding isolation following travelling. So that means if you come into Florida, you don't have to isolate. Large sporting events can resume, but with limited capacity is recommended. So that probably means that sports venues might be able to get live crowds.
Well, I believe some of the MLS games for Orlando definitely have had a couple of hundred to 1,000 in already.
Right. So they must run the tests. Yeah. The one that we follow most, it means theme parks can return to normal operations with limited social distancing protocols. So in other words, that means Disney can open the gates and let as many people in as they want.
But neither done it yet.
No. To be honest, I personally don't think they will. I don't know why. I don't think they want to have that stigma that they're going to be the ones that are bringing a massive amount of people in. But just because Florida is going into phase 3 still doesn't have got a hole in the head. Doesn't actually mean that you can actually go to Florida yet, because your state might not be into that kind of situation. So It's good news for Florida and getting things open up and people trying to get back to normal.
I personally think it's interesting. It's a risk. They believe in Florida. They clearly believe in the herd mentality idea. I'm not saying it's right and wrong. I have my own personal opinions, but this isn't the show for the personal opinions all the time.
No, it's not.
So we'll leave that.
Yeah, we'll leave it. We'll leave it at that with a phase 3. But it's a sign of a bit of normality coming back to Florida.
Have you seen also Universal have now started doing the fingerprint scans again?
Yes, I was going to come on to that in the next part, but
you forgot to tell me beforehand.
Yeah, I did. I was going to mention it when we go on to the new thing that's open, but we'll move on to the next one. This weekend that's just gone, because I'm going to get this out pretty quick if I can. Howl Scream has just had its opening preview weekend.
Oh,
so early reports are it's pretty good. Only scare zones though. If you're watching on YouTube, there's going to be a picture up now of all the scare zones on the map, so you can have a good look. I currently haven't going to look for prices because I believe you do have to reserve a space. They're still doing a reservation system, so I'm just going to wonder if the prices have changed. Nope, the prices haven't changed. So if you wanted to go, they have actually, yeah, they have. They start from $29.99, but if you go to Friday, it is now $52.
Oh, ouch!
Yeah.
A show.
The cheapest ticket, I've just had a quick glance through. The cheapest ticket at the moment is $44.99, and the rest are up to $59.99 plus tax. So I believe there was 10 scare zones. I think they was calling it. Is it 10? Let's have a quick look. Sorry, not very organised on this one. Yeah, there was 10 different scare zones. Lancet Landing, the Shortcut, the Junkyard, the Escape, First Fear, Little Nightmares, Manic Mayday, Deadly Toys, Hell on Wheels. I am not even going to attempt to pronounce that one because I will butcher it, but it's something to do with the afterlife of Mexico. But we'll go into a deeper dive in that in another episode. But what do you think about getting a bit of Halloween in Florida?
It's fantastic, mate. I think it's horrible what's going on in the world. And as we know in the UK, we've gone backwards lately, unfortunately, with the Rona. Florida, they're not there yet. It could happen in the next few weeks. But while they're not there, they might as well enjoy a bit of normality. Don't go everything back to normal.
Yeah.
But a bit of normality is good for everyone. I mean, you got people's mental health around the world. This is affecting as well. That's what we've got to remember as well on this.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's been going on for what? Well, in this country, we've been going on for a good 6 months now.
Since March.
Yeah, so there's a lot of countries. Some countries have been going through it for about possibly 9. So it's a marathon, not a sprint. That's a phrase I've been saying at the moment. That's what we're in.
Get to the end of the marathon now, though, mate.
Yeah, hopefully getting towards the end of it. So, yeah, that's just a bit of an update that Howl Scream has started. So what we'll do, we'll move over to Universal. And there's 2 things. I forgot about the first one, but I will mention it now. Halloween Horror Nights 29.5.
I'm not calling that. I'm calling it HHN Light. It's easier.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Whatever you want to call it. Halloween Horror Nights have opened up 2 houses for day guests. Revenge of the Tooth Fairy and... What's the other one?
Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, Bride of Frankenstein. Daytime houses with... I was trying to watch them in VR, but we're on YouTube. If YouTube listen to this, get the PlayStation app fixed on the PlayStation 4, please. Don't want a big black screen.
I've watched the Tooth Fairy in the 360. Well, it wasn't 360, it's one night or something, whatever it is, because they don't show from behind. Obviously, because who's ever holding its front of their face, there's no point. Anyway, personally, there's still no proper 360 cameras good enough out there, and it still looks absolute rubbish. If you're going to watch it, people, on YouTube, just watch the normal camera type ones. There's plenty really, out there. Quality-wise, it's going to be the best you watch. Is there one out of the Frankenstein yet?
Not yet, not as we're recording now, but potentially there might be. I think they're going to stagger it just to help promote it a little bit more, because it's for daytime guests only. And I believe I've just noticed this morning they're now doing express passes for it as well. So if you're staying at a hotel that gives out free express passes, you can use the express line to go into the house. Providing, I believe it's providing you do have you're in the virtual queue. I can't be 100% certain on that, but because it is all virtual queued at the moment. If you know about what the virtual queue is, which
I think, do you want to say about that virtual queue?
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea for next year if everyone's allowed back, but don't do it for every house. Just do it for the big boys.
Yes.
Because if you do it for every house, it's going to be a mess. I promise people this. The app will go down and everything. So if there's 3 big icon ones, throw it at them and let everything else be normal queuing up. If we still need social distancing, fair enough, but don't make it because 10 houses with virtual for me will just be a mess. I know it will. I mean, we've seen these Universal and Disney apps. They're absolute rubbish. They never work properly. So,
if you look at what they've been using while this social distancing has been going on, they've actually have gone and switched rides depending on how busy it's going to be, which is using a virtual queue. They've used it on Spider-Man, and they've used it on Hagrid's. They've used it on Hulk, Rip Ride Rocket. They've used it on nearly all the rides at certain points.
They used it on the Cheerio stand.
The churro stand, I don't think they've used it on the churro stand yet, but we'll come to that churro stand in a minute. But yeah, 2 houses have opened up at Halloween at Universal for during the day guests. If you're down there, by all means, go and enjoy it. If you want to put out spoilers for everyone, by all means, do it. But we'll probably end up seeing them next year. I can't see them tearing these down and putting new ones in for next year. I think they'll be saving a bit of money up.
Do you want the truth? I know everyone's gone how great the Tooth Fairy is. The first half of it's rubbish.
Yeah, but to be honest, the Tooth Fairy, they've tried to do the Tooth Fairy for about 3 years, and something has always knocked it back. It was a couple of years ago. I can't believe, I think it was knocked back for one of the Yeti houses. Yeti?
I love Yeti houses.
Yeah. But last year, it was supposed to be here last year, and then all of a sudden got Jordan Peele's Us. So that got dropped again. So putting it out during the daytime, at least it's getting it out to some of the masses. Not all the HHN community, but it's getting it to a majority who live in the Orlando area.
Hello, I'm Boris Johnson. I did enjoy watching it online. It was, I can't be there, so I'm happy I'll be able to see it and not miss out. As you say, it could be there next year, but if it's not, and to me, it's good. It's not amazing, so I wouldn't be worried if I missed it next year, if truth be told.
No. But fingers crossed we'll be there next year. So on to the other big news. The news that we've all known. The churro stand has got a name.
Yes, it's amazing. It's chocolate Cheerios, correct?
No, I think they've announced it as the VelociCoaster. It threw me through a curve. I was expecting a hazelnut churro, but no, it's an inside joke, because if you're Universal fans, you understand. But the VelociCoaster, or the Jurassic World VelociCoaster, has finally been announced by Universal. It's more or less complete, except for the indoor showing. They've already done most of the pull through. They're pulling it backwards. The track's in. It's bolted down. It's literally. I think it's just showpieces, getting the trains in, and then getting tested and getting it done. But like you carry on, Phil. I'll get the thing.
I'm just going to say what I've seen photo-wise, what I'm presuming Simon has put up on the screen.
That'll be up while we're talking about this.
When we say that, remember we're also a YouTube show. So if you want to see all the extras with the photos and videos and that, you go onto YouTube at Epic Shows. If you can't find it with the name Epic Shows, write in YouTube search tefpod@gmail.com and it will find all our shows.
Yeah, because they're all linked to that email that you can see on your screen. So, what I'll do, I'll just read the little bit of announcement that Universal put out. It says, "Step into Jurassic Park and stand in awe and wonder at the land transformed by science after 65 million years. But don't be I can't read. Don't be deceived by the island's beauty because danger lurks around every corner." I'm not reading all that bit because it's all boring. In other words, it just means that for those brave enough to visit the raptor paddock, because that's another thing I noticed. If you look on aerial photos, I know I'm going off subject when I'm saying it, but the raptor encounter, the actual path has changed colour and it runs right in line with the launch.
Oh, cool.
So I'm wondering, if you look at an aerial view of it, I'll try and get one and put it on the screen now. Probably from BioReconstruct, I'll give him credit for that. But you'll see that the raptor encounter has a footpath that comes out of it and it goes directly along with the second launch. So a little bit of inside knowledge that I've found out on that. You may be able to carefully approach one of those deadly predators, then feel the rush of the hunt as you race through the jungle alongside raptors on the Jurassic World VelociCoaster, a new species of roller coaster coming summer 2021. Yeah.
I'm not even
Summer 2021. I am going to put stab on this and I'm going to say the back end of May, beginning of June.
I'll tell you one thing about this ride, mate. I'm already thinking about booking one night somewhere like the Royal Pacific because it's going to be packed.
You are not going to get express for that ride, mate. I'm telling you now. Don't even bother. You might.
Hagrid and that, so I can get them all out of the way, and then I can queue up all day for one ride, but still do every other ride.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be virtual queue from the get go. It's going to be a virtual line just to stop what happened at Hagrid's. Plus, if my calculations are correct from what I've seen from the promo video, it carries 24 people. I believe they possibly could have 3, maybe 4 trains. And if it takes 3.5 to 4 minutes for the train to go round, it can average around about 1,440 people an hour at full capacity.
That's clearly down to if social distancing is a thing of the past then.
Well, looking at the trains, I think it'll be fine because they don't social distance you on Hagrid's. You're still on every seat because it is with it. It is.
You say that. They've done that for Rip Rocket as well now.
Yeah, because it's about 1.5 meters to 2 meters. And if everyone's wearing masks on the ride, it's thingy. But I did notice this is going off topic again. Did notice when I was at Alton Towers last week, which eventually the vlog will get on here. Sorry, not up yet. But there was someone in the queue who weren't a wicker man. He was in the front row. He got taken off because he was exempt from wearing a mask. He showed his card. They put him on the back row. So they actually moved into the back of the back of the train. Which, if that's what they're going to do, you might have a longer wait. But
I think it's got to be careful with that with America because the rules could be totally different. They could just
but by then, fingers crossed, everything will be back to normal. But you never know.
So when are you planning to go?
I am planning to go in beginning of June. So I may be there for the opening. That's why I said May, June.
And obviously, I'm hoping to be there for 22 nights September with 10 family members. Oh God, I'll probably need another holiday afterwards.
Yeah, well, technically, I'm going to be there for 21 days in total, but for a 7-day and a 14-day, so just nearly as long, but over a few monms. So you've watched
Nice.
Sorry,
you can record if you're out there because if I'm back home here in England for your first one, I will set everything up and just let you have the fun. I'll just have to make it not look as good as you have.
Well, I could have had the perfect background as a roller coaster going around behind me if I wanted to, but we'll see.
Anyway, Simon's been sacked from the show.
But yeah, watch the promo that they put out, and it does look really, really fun.
It's going to be the best rides in Orlando, in my opinion, already.
Yeah, because it says 70 miles an hour in 2.4 seconds and 155 foot.
What's the main one called at SeaWorld? The newer one?
Icebreaker.
No, the one with the roller coaster where you have the seat part.
Oh, Mako.
Yeah, is it Mako or is it not a new one?
Mako's
Shark.
a new one, mate.
Is
Yeah,
that
that's
Shark?
Mako. Yeah, that's my favourite roller
That
coaster
to
in the
me
world.
is the best one in Orlando right now as a roller coaster. Just as a roller coaster. I don't mean all the extras.
Yeah.
But I think this Velociraptor Churio one is going to be the best roller coaster plus the best themes as well. So I think it's just going to and Hulk. Everyone's been going out Hagrid's magical motorbike journey, boring, over the top name ride is the best.
Yeah.
The animatronics look rubbish. It's got a few good speed parts, but Hulk to me was still a better ride in my opinion. But I think this is going to destroy everything now.
Well, to be honest, though, when the name came out, VelociCoaster, well, Jurassic World VelociCoaster, need to emphasise that because I still don't know what they're going to do. But that name, I thought, that's a name everyone in the community has been saying for at least 12 to 18 months. And to actually use that name rather than like Jurassic World, Raptor Encounter, chasing down by, what's his name? Owen, on a motorbike adventure. That's why I was expecting something stupid like that. But for to say VelociCoaster, I'm quite happy. And
VelociCoaster, that's not going to be good if you've got a lisp.
what?
And I've got a slight one, so that's going to be a problem sometimes.
Which one?
VelociCoaster.
You'll be fine.
What's his name? What's that chat host? I can't remember his name from ITV. The one who's got the really bad lisp. Jonathan Ross.
Jonathan Ross. Sorry, Jonathan, if you're watching this, please don't sue me.
Oh, Jonathan Ross ain't watching us.
Well, he's going in the tagline now because I've said it, so he's being tagged in this one. I did that earlier on.
Oh, he's breaking the place.
Oh, it's this new office chair I've got. It's got a mind of its own. So, yeah, guys, VelociCoaster has been announced. Other than that, there's not much else really going on in the world of Florida. I know Iron Gwazi, they've been testing again, but whether that's
what's that again?
It's the one at Busch Gardens. The one that was Gwazi has been turned into RMC because they started testing again after some dispute with the money. Same with Icebreaker. I think they've not gone to any terms with Icebreaker yet, but that's another company, I believe. So what we'll do is all right, yeah, take it away.
Animal Kingdom at night time, when it's been shut, they've been testing a new silent fireworks show.
Silent?
Yeah. So obviously no big bangs, clearly because of the animals. So fireworks without bangs, but they've been testing it lately. So are they thinking about slowly bringing the shows back?
It potentially could be.
The one at Animal Kingdom's easy because in theory you can, because of the big lake as well, you can, it's like Epcot, you can socially distance everyone out. Magic Kingdom's still the problem. But I've also heard from Magic Kingdom they are going to do the overlays for Christmas on the castle still. There may not be any proper show, but the castle's still going to have the magic touches done to it.
Yeah, well, they've cancelled the Christmas parties, haven't they? So...
Sorry, so guys, that's our mousetrap news.
Yeah.
Something.
Well, the truth is, we've got to acknowledge Disney a little bit because if it wasn't for Disney, none of this stuff that we're talking about would actually be in that area, really, would it? You wouldn't have Universal, you wouldn't have SeaWorld, you wouldn't have Busch Gardens.
Parks as well. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't have theme parks like they are.
No, and you wouldn't have the ride that we get in with VelociCoaster and Hagrid's. You wouldn't get these immersive, full-on rides if it wasn't for Disney with them fighting out with each other.
They're bringing some great rides in as well. We've got Tron.
Yeah,
and
Tron's on its way.
The Galaxy is coming, so that's two. A lot of people going about Ratatouille.
But the thing is, I will say this about that though. You've got Tron, which is a carbon copy of Shanghai. Is it Shanghai?
Yeah, but most people are not going to go to Shanghai, so I can understand.
But you've got Ratatouille, which is a carbon copy, but in English, of the one in Paris. The only one I'm looking forward to is the Guardians of the Galaxy one because that is new.
I've not done any of them, so to me, in Orlando, they would all be new.
Yeah, but I have heard the Guardians of the Galaxy one is going to be similar but more modern technology of Crush's coaster from Disneyland Paris. It spins. It's got a launch and it spins.
Has there any news on the new restaurant in Epcot, the spaceship one, the one you're meant to be
It went. I think there was a bit of news that the head chef left because of the virus. He got given the job and the place got open, so he's technically not got a job. So I think he's moved and gone to somewhere else
Sure
until they know when it's going to be opening. But
someone there.
There will be someone there.
It's something I really want to try out, actually, man. I think it's a cool concept. Have you seen the overhead views of the Star Wars hotel as well?
Yes, I have.
That is massive.
Yeah, well, it needs to be massive because
isn't it? It's pretty much a warehouse. It's very clever how it's been made. You wouldn't know it's a hotel.
No, but that's the whole point, because when you're inside it, you've got no windows. You can't see out at all.
Like to explain to people why it is a hotel, but it's not a normal type of hotel. It's a new thing that never really been done before, as far as I know. And I'm not a Star Wars fan, but the idea makes me want to go. So people.
Yeah, it's going to be like a massive and immersive experience. It's not a hotel stay. I think it's 2 to 3 days. It's 2 nights, 3 days experiences that they're going to be doing, where you will go into it and you'll be playing a role in the Star Wars universe. And Batuu is the place you're going to, because the hotel you're staying in is a cruise ship. A spaceship. It's a space cruise ship. So you're not leaving the spacecraft at all for a day. You're in it. All you're going to see is space in the windows. You're not going to see anything in the outside world. You go to Batuu. You play a role in Batuu with the guests, cast members. I think it's a way of getting cheap cast members, to be honest, but the fresh cast members every day. But I still won't mind doing it. But then you spend the day in Batuu. You do whatever you need to do, and you're back on the cruise ship for your cruise back to Earth. I think that's how they're playing it out to be. Whether it's going to be that experience, we won't know until it actually does open. But Disney have invested a lot of money into this, a lot of technology, because this place has got no windows. You've got no look out to the outside world. It's all going to be TV screens and whatever they're putting out there to make it feel like you're in space. Really?
After anybody thinks that we don't talk about Disney, we've just proven them wrong now.
Yeah. So what we'll do now, guys, we'll give you the quick sports roundup, because I was going to leave this till the next show, but there's a lot of things have happened in the last 3-4 weeks. So I will hand you over to my co-host for his sports, if he's got them ready.
Yep, I have. Quite quickly, I've got to say congratulations to Miami Heat in the basketball. They won the Eastern Conference, I believe, against the Celtics 4-2. And they're now in the actual proper final against, obviously, who they'll probably get destroyed by, the LA Lakers. But Miami Heat, what I understand, talking to a couple of friends who are massive basketball fans, they've got this young 20-year-old lad who could be the next big thing in the sport. So we'll keep an eye on him. But that's pretty much basketball. We're getting to the end. I believe that starts October the 1st, the final. So good luck, Miami Heat. We go into MLS. Orlando City are still shocking everyone. Right now, they're sitting 4th in the table. So in the playoff zones, what goes down to 10th, I believe. They're 4th, but they're only 2 points off a second. I think 4 or 5 points off of top place. People thinking, what's amazing about that? Orlando City have been absolute rubbish for the last few years. They've got a new head team coaching this year. He seems to have sorted out the mess they were as a team on the pitch. They never played as a team, they were with individuals. They've done pretty well. Into Miami fans, I have taken the mickey out of you because everyone knows I follow Orlando. You are having a mare this year. I've seen your fans in a few Facebook groups. Calm down. You are a brand new club. I mean, seriously, you haven't got the money of PSG to build yourself and win the French league straight away. It's going to take Beckham and co. a few years to get this. So you've got to remember, the first year MLS is a COVID year. It couldn't have been any worse for the plans. They haven't been able to use the stadium yet, as far as I know. Hopefully they're back in there very soon. If they are back in there, thank God, good luck to you. I do hope you don't finish bottom, and because I'd like to see a rivalry between you and Orlando, as long as Orlando always comes out on top. But right now they're 13th, I believe, in the league. They're not having it good. But calm down in your pink kit. It will come. And I've said to a lot of Miami fans as soon as I saw this, when you signed Higuain as a Chelsea fan, it was a mistake. He's fat and past it. You're better off now. This goes to all you teams in the MLS. Your colleges and that. Soccer is the fastest growing sport in America in college and school now. It's not the biggest, it's the fastest growing. You as a country, the capacity of the amount of people you've got, you've already got Pulisic out there and you've got a few in the German league. You are going to find some world-class players very soon. And internationally, we're going to have to take notice of you. So personally, if it was me, start looking in your colleges and that, and you're going to find some stars instead of wasting money on these old has-beens who play in Europe who are just using you for money. They don't care about your clubs. Find some local lads who are half decent, who you can nurture into world-class players, and then maybe sell them off. It's going to help your clubs in the future. MLS, listen to me. I'm a guru. Simon, what about your sport news?
Well, I don't know if I follow that. What I'll do, a quick rundown of NFL, because it's only just started. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 2-1 for winning. Miami Dolphins are 1-2. Unfortunately, they've lost. And the Jacksonville Jaguars are 1-2 as well. Season's only just started, so they're just trying to find their feet in the NFL. I don't really follow NFL that well, so I'm just going to give you a quick roundup. On to national hockey news. A very, very, very well congratulations to the Tampa Bay Lightning for winning the Stanley Cup. They've actually fulfilled the potential of what they've done since 2005, I think was the last time they won it. They've been one of the best consistent teams in the NHL for 3-4 seasons, I believe, and they've just not been able to get over the line. And last night they won it. They won the series 4-2. I can't remember who they played.
This is like
Sorry.
Tablet.
Well, I wrote it down, but I forgot. But they've won the Stanley Cup. Congratulations to all you Tampa Bay Lightning fans.
Well, also, they're getting a WWE title belt then from Triple H. They'll be getting a WWE title belt from Triple H then.
Maybe.
He does it all the time, mate. Trust me. It was funny.
Yeah. On to baseball. Now, obviously, it's a very short season. You can't see what you're doing because I've still got it on gallery view here. So, I meant to turn it back when we were both talking, but forgot. Baseball, you have the Marlins actually got through after the coronavirus scares because they had a lot of their players messed up at the beginning. They're currently playing the Chicago White Sox right now as we speak. Currently 0-0 in the top of the fourth. So that timestamps where we are now. But the Rays won the American League. They won 40 games out of 60 with a percentage win of .667, which gave them number one seedings in the American League. And they are currently playing the 8th seed in the American League, which is the Toronto Blue Jays. And they won last night 3-1 to make the series 1-0, and then they're playing again tonight. And at the moment, it's potentially... See, it's done it itself again. I don't know what that thing is.
One show, that's Ghost Aliens Beyond. Your house is haunted.
This is true. But the Rays are, with the performances that they're doing at the moment, are odds-on favourite to at least get to the final of the World Series. Fingers crossed, because that's the team I follow, and it's the team I follow for the last 10 years. So fingers crossed we can get to a World Series and hopefully win it. But at the moment, Los Angeles are the team that are absolutely smashing everybody. So, yeah. So that's the roundup of the news. But I'm going to pass back over to Phil, because he might have some more news for you.
It's not so much news. It's something I noticed. Obviously, I'm going to Orlando. Well, they're playing in September next year.
Yeah.
As long as Roma doesn't mutate into this zombie killing machine. But I was looking at flights. Now, this may interest the people from England. We all know I'm from the down south. I live in the town called Crawley, and I am literally 5-10 minutes away from Gatwick Airport. So when Virgin moved away, because Virgin was always my choice of airlines, to Heathrow, I'm not going to lie, me personally, it peed me off because I'm not travelling all the way to Heathrow if I don't have to. So right now, Crawley Gatwick, I shouldn't call it Crawley Gatwick, it's Crawley Gatwick, it's Sussex Gatwick. It's certainly not London Gatwick. Right?
Well,
But I've been looking now. Norwegian Airlines are saying they're staying at Gatwick for now, and they will still be flying international, as my mic checks. So they are an option, but they only fly 2 days a week, which is usually Thursday and Saturday. So I've checked, and the news is so far of people wondering about British Airways. A lot of people get the news wrong. They saw the news that British Airways said they were planning to move out. It's not happened. It hasn't happened. It could still happen. As I speak now, it's not happening.
right.
It can happen in the future. They are still at Gatwick. And I looked at flights. They only got halfway through September because of how the months are done. But they are clearly flying from Gatwick to MCO still. Obviously, it can change to MCO. I mean, not MCO. It can change to Heathrow. If it does, people, if you're using Gatwick, my personal opinion, don't get them stupid trains. If you're living near Gatwick, get to Gatwick, get on a National Express coach. What will take you straight to the terminal. It's a lot more easier. With trains, you're talking about getting 1 or 2 trains, possibly with a tube stop as well. If you've got kids and family, it's going to be too much work. And if you're wondering why I'm looking down, I've just seen Man United have scored against Brighton in the cup. But that was just my news about it. BA right now are still Gatwick.
Virgin. BA. Oh, yeah, BA, yeah. I'm confused. I hope they stay at Gatwick because that's where I've got my flights with, my voucher with for next year. So, yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. And if you could do us a massive favour and hit that thumbs up, subscribe by hitting that subscribe button, hit the little bell button, and follow everything else. Everything is up on the screen right now. If you can see, if you can't see it, it's Twitter and Instagram at Tefpod for getting hold of us. If you want to email us, it's tefpod@gmail.com, and you can go and follow all the shows because we've got a few shows now, haven't we? We've got Goal Sailings Beyond, Ramp Football, Simon Says, and this one. Have I missed anything?
No, but can I just do a quick cheap plug? Just to let you know, Ramp Football, as you know, is a YouTube show. It always has been about football predictions and how bad Simon's been doing.
Yep.
He doesn't want to go into that, though. Also, now, though, we decided to mix it up a bit. One of us people has been upset with me today, but I'll try and sort it out. But we do a show called Ramp Football UK Podcast. It's no predictions. It's just a bunch of football fans get together and chat like a pub chat about the beautiful game and what we agree and disagree about with it. Yep. So give that a listen. Yeah,
all the links will be in the show notes anyway, guys. So thank you for watching.
One more thing, mate, you forgot to say. Everybody, since the last time we've been out, we are now also on Amazon Music Podcast.
Yes, this is going to be on Amazon Music. They contacted me before we released, and all the shows are on there.
So officially we are, because the date started, we were already on there. So we are actually, and Go Saints Beyond, both them shows are now certified as original Amazon podcast.
If you've got an Amazon Echo, or is it an Echo Dot? Yeah. Just try and say it. Play the Epic Florida podcast. Say Alexa, play the Epic Florida. Alexa, play the Epic Florida podcast, and see if it works. Because I've not had a chance to try that yet because I haven't got an Amazon Echo.
It works fantastic.
Right, well there you go. So if I've set everyone's Amazon Alexas off now, I'm sorry. Everyone's Alexa's just got mental all who's been watching. But
Alexa, play Baby Shark.
Don't start. Right, we just lost every single listener we ever had, or viewer. But yeah, thanks guys. Do all the usual stuff, and we'll see you very, very soon.
See you guys.
This podcast is part of the After Dark Podcast Network.